Live from WTVO 17 and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
It's been a deadly 24 hours on the roads of Winnebago County. We have the latest on investigations as police call for drivers to be more aware as they share the road.
Plus, more than 1,500 workers at one of the region's biggest employers will soon be out of a job. The company explains what's behind the decision.
And Rivet's stadium will be filled with not baseball, but music on 4th of July weekend. Rockford rock legends will headline the brand new festival.
Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson. 2 men are dead after a pair of afternoon crashes.
The first happened around 1 at Riverside in North Main in Rockford. Police say one car was involved. You can see it came to rest on its side. Investigators tell us the man driving died at the scene. He has not been identified. No one else was hurt. It's not clear what led up to the crash. The intersection was shut down for a while as officers investigated, but it is back open tonight. In rural Winnebago County, a man is dead after his motorcycle hits a tow truck. This happened around 1:30 at Freeport and Wheeler Roads outside of Durand. According to investigators, just before the crash, the victim was westbound on Freeport Road. There's no stop sign on Freeport Road, but there is one on Wheeler. The victim was pronounced dead at the scene. He has not been identified. One person was in the truck. That driver was not hurt. As the weather warms up, police say more motorcycles will be out on area roads.
Everybody needs to kind of watch out for the motorcycles, and they're a little bit harder to see than cars, especially in bright sunlight and everything. So just take the extra time and make sure you're looking out for the motorcycles.
The Winnebago County Sheriff's Office is investigating. No word on any charges.
Police released some more information about yesterday's afternoon crash that killed 2 Rockford teens. We first told you about this last night at 6. First responders were called to the intersection of Montague and South Springfield just after 4:30. Investigators say the victims were ejected. The 15 and 14-year-olds were pronounced dead on the scene. Their names have not been released. No word on the cause of that crash. We also learned more about a triple shooting in Beloit we first told you about at 9. 2 of the 3 teens shot are still in the hospital. Police tell us their injuries are non-life-threatening. The 3rd teenager was treated and released early this morning. The victims are 16, 18, and 19. The shooting happened around 5:15 on Nelson Avenue. Police do not believe there is any risk to the public. If you have information, call Beloit Police or Greater Beloit Crime Stoppers.
A Roscoe home is destroyed by a massive afternoon fire. Fire crews were called to Dublin Drive around noon. That's near I-90. The 2-story house was fully engulfed when firefighters got there. Portions of the house collapsed. Several departments responded. To battle the flames, crews had to shuttle water from nearly a mile away. Everyone who lived there did get out safely. No one was hurt. The cause of the fire is under investigation.
A day after the CDC eases masking rules, a local community eliminates its mask mandate. This is in Rock County. Health officials say their decision comes on the heels of the CDC's new guidelines. According to the agency, fully vaccinated people can ditch masks outdoors and in most indoor spaces. Those that haven't been vaccinated still need to be socially distant and mask up indoors and in crowded spaces. The federal mask mandate still requires people to wear masks on public transportation, including planes, buses, and trains. Rock County's changes go into effect right away.
In Illinois, the next phase of the reopening started today. We're now in the bridge phase. That leaves only one more step before all of the state's COVID restrictions are lifted. Here are some of the new changes. Bars and restaurants and other businesses can accept all the fully vaccinated customers they want. Those won't count against COVID-related capacity limits. Restaurants may now seat parties of more than 10 people. Zoos, museums, and amusement parks, which had been limited to 25% capacity, are now at 60%. Social events can now have up to 250 people indoors and 500 outdoors. Vaccinations have played a key role in getting the state to this point. So far, nearly 4.7 million Illinoisans have been fully inoculated. That's almost 37% of the population. On average, almost 73,000 doses are being administered every day. Since the start of the pandemic, more than 1.3 million people have been infected by COVID in the state. More than 22,000 people have died.
It's the last weekend to get your taxes done. Monday is the official deadline to get your paperwork together for your 2020 federal and Illinois state tax returns. The original filing date was April 15th. The IRS pushed it back due to the pandemic. If you still need more time, you can file a 5-month extension, but your request needs to get to the IRS by Monday. Free tax help is still available as well. You can find out more about that on mystateline.com. More problems for the Belvedere Chrysler plant. More than 1,600 workers could be out of a job. Stellantis says production operations at the plant will be reduced from 2 shifts to 1 as of July 26th. Doing this means 1,641 employees will lose their jobs. The company tells us they'll work to place laid-off hourly employees in full-time positions based on seniority. Back in 2019, Chrysler eliminated its C shift, laying off 1,300 workers. Stellantis says this decision is focused on aligning production with sales. Adding the chip shortage that we've told you about and it's kept workers off the job for months is not helping.
The city of Rochelle is hoping to attract more business thanks to a new electrical substation. Crews broke ground this morning on the nearly $14 million project. The city says this will increase reliability for nearby industries, as well as put Rochelle in a new voltage class and be able to offer electricity to larger users. Mayor John Barrows says this is investment for residential, commercial, and industrial customers, and it is key for future growth. Tonight, volunteers will be out hanging American flags all over the village of Winnebago. Tomorrow is Armed Forces Day, and every year, the night before, Flags Over Bago volunteers deck the streets with red, white, and blue. This year, a majority of the flags are new because many of them were damaged in last November's storm. The volunteers will head out at 6 tonight. The flags will stay up in Winnebago through Memorial Day.
Shut up the old brown shoes, put on a brand new shirt, get home early from work because Cheap Trick's playing at home this summer.
You should have sung that. A 4-day music fest is headed to Loves Park. Our Ari Bruckman was there for the announcement. Ari, what'd you find out?
Yeah, Eric and Mimi, with more and more places opening as the U.S. gets back to normal, we here at the station were wondering if music festivals would happen this summer. Rockford legend Rick Nielsen answered that question today.
Yeah, this is exciting. We did 4th of July 1979 in Pecatonica. We had a big crowd there with AC/DC.
Cheap Trick is back. Rick Nielsen was on hand today to help announce a new music festival coming to Rivet Stadium. The Long Play Music Festival will feature 20 bands, including Cheap Trick, from July 1st through the 4th. CEO of Star Events John Barry believes this festival is something the community needs.
I think the community needs it. They want it. I think that they're going to feel better about being here. And the fact that they've all been isolated, this is a chance for them to kind of break free of that.
Nielsen is a Guilford High School alum and still lives here in Rockford. He says playing for his community is a great chance for families to spend time together after a devastating year.
It's a good time, and I hope everyone takes advantage of the fact that you're still alive and you're still have a family.
And as a longtime fan of Cheap Trick growing up, this event means everything to Barry.
Telling all my high school friends, I got Cheap Trick, I rule, you know, like that stuff is awesome for me, obviously. It's one of the coolest things in life, especially considering me and most of my friends were huge fans our whole lives, and here I booked them. Like, what? If you ask anyone that I know in high school, they'd all be like, no, not John. And here I am.
It's not just music. There will be fireworks each day, as well as a carnival for the kids. Tickets are on sale now. If you buy them in advance, it's only $12.50 per day. They'll cost you $20 if you get them the day of. You can find a link to get tickets on mystateline.com. Eric and Mimi, this is a heck of an opportunity for people to get back out there.
Be surprised if those tickets don't go very fast.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ari. Pictures, awards, and other precious items often represent a family's history and memories too. Sometimes those pieces disappear.
And sometimes they're found. Rachel Perry spoke with one woman who will soon be reunited with some of her history. Rachel, this all started in a thrift store?
That's right, Mimi and Eric. A high school diploma handed out more than 100 years ago sat in a Wisconsin thrift store with a price tag of $2.50. That was until a thrifter came across the item.
And I'm like, wow, this is so cool, but why is it in a thrift shop? Like, it should be on somebody's wall at home.
Agnes Teresa Johnson graduated from Harlem High School in 1915. But this diploma wasn't all that hung in the Winneconne Thrift and Gift. A family portrait sat below.
There's a million Johnsons, and I thought there's no way anybody's ever going to recognize this.
Ann Campos snapped a picture of the two items and posted them on Facebook. It didn't take long for a distant relative to reach out.
And Agnes, turns out, was married to my great grandfather's brother.
Chloe Rowley inherited boxes of family photos and uploaded the collection to Ancestry.com. She received a message from the website asking about Agnes Johnson after someone had seen Ann's post.
I knew who she was, and I said, oh yeah, you know, she was married to my Uncle Earl.
Earl's name actually shows up years before their marriage. He signed Agnes's diploma as a principal.
Did she marry her principal? And I saw that signature. I'm like, okay, now I have to have this, and I will hold on to it in case I ever find out what is the rest of that story. You know, when did this romance start?
Earl went to war 1 year after Agnes graduated, and shortly after his return, the two married in Chicago. They moved to Madison, then out to the state of Oregon. But how these family heirlooms landed in a thrift store listed for so little is still unknown.
When she told me that's how much it was, I was like, that has to be wrong. And when I called the thrift store, she was like, yeah, they're $2.50, so it's going to be $5 altogether. And if you're paying with a credit card, we have to charge you an extra 50 cents.
Chloe has since purchased the items, and Anne has offered to pick them up and ship them to her. According to Chloe, Agnes and Earl remained happily married with 2 children. She died in 1984. Mimi and Eric?
It's good that 50-cent surcharge wasn't a deal breaker. Thanks, Rachel.
Now your first warm weather forecast with meteorologist Kevin Doom.
Well, for another second consecutive day, Rockford made it back into the 70s, as did several other spots throughout the state line. Temperatures finally back where they should be for this time of year. 71 is current temperature in Rockford, 72 up in Janesville, 70 right now in Rochelle, and 69 currently down in Dixon. This is thanks to a good amount of sunshine that we saw today, as well as a really warm southerly breeze that's been coming through the state line most of the day, helping us to warm up into the 70s, at least most areas throughout the state line. Now, we do have a pool of some cooler air situated just out to our west. That's actually going to move into our neck of the woods tomorrow, helping us to keep a little bit cooler for our Saturday. But overall, we should expect our temperatures to continue to warm here over the next week or so. The latest 6 to 10 day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center has confidence very high that our temperatures will be well above normal over the next week, week and a half or so. This is because our jet stream over the early part of next week is going to form this very large, very strong ridge well up to our north. That's going to promote a lot of warming, not only here in the state line or even in the Midwest, but across a huge portion of the country over the next week or so. Now, here's a live look over the Park Hills Golf Course in Freeport, where our decently sunny Friday has now turned mostly cloudy, and that's because we do have a system of rain showers pushing in from the west. You can see those clouds really filling in from west to east, so cloud cover will continue to build for the rest of us here in the state line over the next couple of hours. Now, this system of showers should actually hold off until late this evening, likely around or maybe not even till after midnight, where we start to see a few showers move into the state line, but more rain is also going to be building behind this system, at least what we see of it right now. So looking ahead with our future cast, as I mentioned, clouds going to continue to build here through the rest of the evening. The rain should hold off until overnight tonight, but then scattered showers are likely through much of the day tomorrow. Now, most of this rain shouldn't actually be tapering off until tomorrow evening. However, a few passing isolated showers are definitely possible through the night and through much of the day on Sunday as well, but the majority, if not all, of our Sunday is expected to be dry. Now, tonight temperatures are going to be very seasonable, dropping into the upper 40s. Rain moving in likely past midnight and then hanging on through much of the day tomorrow in the fashion of just some scattered showers. Temperatures also stuck in the 60s. We are right back in the 70s, though, heading on into Sunday, and then through the week our temperature is going to be continually warming. We're actually going to be likely in the 80s for a couple of days in the upcoming week. We also see several rain chances, in fact, at least a slight chance for a little bit of rain just about every day between tomorrow and the end of next week.
Now, the Napleton Sports Desk with David Greenberg.
As Rockford local Francis Ford Coppola heard Al Pacino coin the famous line when he directed the Godfather trilogy, "Just when they thought I was out, they pulled me back in." Well, so shall I do that with the Chicago Bears, because after last season, this team was dead and buried. And they signed Andy Dalton after failing to trade for Deshaun Watson and or Russell Wilson, and they were even further in the ground. But by one of the world's greatest unsolved mysteries, they were able to draft Justin Fields, somehow pulling those Bears fans back in. So it does bring me great pleasure to inform you that today the Bears opened up their rookie mini camps, giving everyone their first look at Justin Fields in the blue and orange.
I think everybody on our team should be striving for a starting job, and if you're not, then there's no reason for you to be here. So, of course, I'm going to do everything that I can to, get that starting job.
I've never been to Chicago, Illinois ever, And as soon as I landed, you know, I was over there like I felt like a tourist because I was over there looking side to side, looking at all windows, like like all that, feeling nice and just like all that. Like I said, that's my dream, and I'm just happy to be here.
And for the Packers, they opened up shop as well, welcoming their freshman class to Clark Hinkle Field. Arguably the biggest name headlining this rookie class for the Packers is former Clemson wideout Amari Rodgers. He did big things for the Tigers, catching passes from Trevor Lawrence, and everyone hopes he has that same type of success with Aaron Rodgers as his quarterback. But as we all know, that's still somewhat TBD.
We want him back in the worst way. I know he knows that, and you know, we'll continue to work at it each and every day.
Going out there in front of the coaches for the first time, you're going to be a little bit nervous. But, you know, once I got a couple routes in, you know, caught a couple balls, you know, I just me, you know, doing what I've been doing my whole life, my whole career.
The high school careers for some of our talented senior athletes are coming to a close, but it's all good because they'll be taking their talents to the next level, specifically Rockford Lutheran's Evan Weevil and Tag Habedank. Evan will be playing baseball at Highland Community College, and Tag will be playing football at UW Platteville.
It's just nice being with all my friends and family, having this moment together.
Oh, it means so much. I've wanted to do this for my entire life, and just being here and being able to get this done with my family who's been by my side the entire way just feels great.
Congrats to the both of them. We'll be right back.
Just look at our first Warren Interactive Radar, sponsored by Rockford Auto Glass and More. You can see a system of showers closing in on the state line. Most of that rain should actually hold off until after midnight, but then it's going to lead to some scattered showers through much of our Saturday. It's going to be a little bit cooler as well. Temperatures down in the 60s. We're right back in the 70s for Sunday, which is a slight chance for a few passing showers here and there. You can see just about the entirety of next week comes with at least a slight chance for rain every day, but we also have 80s to wrap up the week.
Nice warm up. All right, thanks, Kevin.
Yeah, that is a solid summer-looking 7-day. Thank you, Kevin, and thank you for spending some time with us. Stay safe.